Mr. Dice, a practicing chartered accountant, was ordered to surrender his certificate of practice and he was suspended for 1 year on certain professional misconduct against him. During the period of suspension, Ms. Dice, designating himself as a GST consultant, Miss Dice, a practicing chartered accountant, was ordered to surrender his certificate of practice and he was suspended for 1 year on certain professional misconduct against him. During the period of suspension, Miss Dice, designating himself as a GST consultant did the work of filing GST returns and made appearance as a consultant before various related authorities. He contended that there is nothing wrong in it as he like any other GST consultant could take such work and his engagement as such in no way violate the order of suspension inflicted on him. Is he right in his contention? Answer. విషయం ఏందయ్యా అంటే మనల్ని మనం ఆడుకోకపోతే మనల్ని పక్కన వాళ్ళు ఆడేస్తారు. ఎంత టైం ఇంపార్టెంట్ అంటే అంత టైం ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ నాట్ యూజింగ్ యూ, సమ్మన్ విల్ యూజ్ యూ. దట్ వే ఆఫ్ లైఫ్ విల్ గో. So that we should be in the perfectly utilize our time. If we are not using ourselves, someone will use us. That's the way life is going. What my friends. Good morning, guys. Today whole day wasted, not effectively studied, not effectively taught, not effectively worked. Time gone just like that. I feel too bad about this. So the life message is, if you are not using your time, someone will use you, and time is go like that. If you are not using yourself, your time will be spent by someone. Someone will be use you. So we don't want to use by someone. We will use ourselves. Then life will be grow a lot. So today I feel so bad, but it's okay. Now time is 6:20. Hardly 4 hours is there. Our target in these 4 hours at least to complete two auditing papers. Then only we will feel happy. Otherwise, life will be discomfort. Today life is discomfort. Today life is not good. So that at least 4 hours is there. 4 question papers is targeted. So each hour is one question paper, so that our speed is should be go like a rocket level speed we are going. Now we are going a rocket level speed, not a normal speed. Okay guys, let's start. Let's start. Only in these 4 hours we will get up only for one and one only. One means just toilet. Only we'll wake up. No time to deviate, no time to discuss with for someone, and we should not spend our time to some other people. Okay, guys. Understood? Let's go. Let's start. The question you studied already. The answer is I am going to teach you now this question answer. Answered, you have on question you have in front of your eyes. Now I would like to answer this question in the perfect scenario. Okay guys, this is the question. For that question I am going to answer the question number 5. See, my dear friend, filing of GST returns and appearance as a GST consultant, a chartered accountant not holding certificate of practice cannot take up any other work in the capacity of chartered accountant in practice, because it would amount to violation of the relevant provisions of the Chartered Accountants Act 1949. In a case, member is suspended and is not holding certificate of practice, he cannot in any other capacity take up any practice separable from his capacity to practice as a member of the institute. This is because once a member becomes the member of the institute, he is bound the provisions of the Chartered Accountants Act 1949 and regulations. In case he files GST returns and appears as a consultant before various related authorities in his capacity as a chartered accountant and the member of the institute having a bound to regulation, and not by contending that even though he continued to be a member of has been punished by the suspension, he would be entitled to practice in some other capacity. But if he is doing so in any other capacity, such as a GST consultant, wherein his capacity is a not chartered accountant in practice, he will not be held. He will not be held guilty for misconduct. In the instant case, Miss Dice was a practicing chartered accountant and he was ordered to surrender his certificate of practice and was suspended for 1 year. Miss Dice is doing the work of filing GST returns and has appeared as a consultant before various related authorities as a GST consultant, which is not in the capacity of practicing chartered accountant, as a GST practitioner on behalf of concerned registered persons, can become authorized representative. Those which dies would not be allowed to represent as a chartered accountant before various related authorities. For the period he remains suspended accordingly. In the present case, he is guilty of the professional. In the present case, he is guilty of professional misconduct. Just 1 minute, I'll go to toilet and come. But time is going like anything. Devda. See, my friend who is watching YouTube channel, three persons are there. Welcome to every guy, everyone. This is People's Advocate Sreemannarayana Mallela. We are dealing now about the auditing standards. I am inviting you to your comments in my comment box. Thank you, anyone. If you want to comment, please comment. If you have any doubts, kindly call me. Any doubt, kindly call me 9677205265. Okay. Okay. Next. Next question. The auditor of Mr. Quick Limited succumbed to the pressure of the management in the certifying of the financials with an overstated figures of turnover by not adhering to the cut off the principles of the time scale for the transactions of the year, and taking cognizance of this act of the auditor, the tribunal under the Companies Act 2013 initiated the proceedings against him. Briefly list the powers of the tribunal in this respect, including those relating to making orders against the auditor found to be guilty. अरे भाई auditor how found to be guilty? We'll see. Okay, guys. Wow, what a heat up, huh? అయ్య బాబోయ్, ఎంత heat వచ్చిందో. చింక. Guys, Mr. Auditor, the auditor of Mr. Quick Limited succumbed to the pressure. What is meant by succumbed? Just we'll see the meaning in Google or somewhere. Meaning of which. SUCCUMBD. SUCCUMBD. SUCCU. Scumbered. Scumbered means to give and yield or to be overcome by something. Often something is negative like pressure, illness, temptation, or force. Simple synonyms yielded, given, surrendered, caved, overcome by. These are all words we can use in the name of scumble. The editor of Miss Quick Limited scumbled to pressure of the managing certifying financials with the overstated figures of the turnover by not adhering the cut-off principles of time scale for transactions of the year and taking cognizance of this act, the auditor, the tribunal, and Companies Act 2013 initiated the proceedings against him. I briefly list the powers of the tribunal in this respect, including those relating to making orders against the auditor to find the bill guilty. In this concern, answer is like this. The answer is like this. The answer is the powers of tribunal in case of auditors acted in a fraudulent manner. As per section 5 of section 140 of the Companies Act 2013, the tribunal either sumoto or on an application made to it by the central government by any person concerned, if it is satisfied that the auditor of the company has, whether directly or indirectly, acted in a fraudulent manner or abetted or colluded in any fraud by or in relation to the company or its director or officers, it may by order direct the company to change its auditor. However, if the application is made by the central government and the tribunal is satisfied that any change of the auditor is required, it shall, within 15 days of receipt of such application, make an order that he shall not function as an auditor, and the central government may appoint another auditor in his place. It may be noted that an auditor, whether individual or firm, against whom final order has been passed by the tribunal under this section, shall not be eligible to be appointed as an auditor of any company for a period of 5 years from the date of passing the order, and the auditor shall also be liable to for section for action under section 447 of the said act. Guys, the powers of tribunal in case of auditor acted in the fraudulent manner. I am going to read those points. See here in this question, the tribunal passed the order. So, what's the tribunal powers with reference to act? We are going to talk now. See what happened here. If the auditor act acted in the bona fide manner? If the auditor acted in the fraudulent manner is a point. The moment he acted in the fraudulent manner, now the act enabled to punish him. That's what we are going to read now. See, the powers of tribunal in case auditor acted in the fraudulent manner as per section 140 subsection 5 of the Companies Act 2013, the tribunal either sumoto or an application made by the central government or by any person concerned, it is satisfied that the auditor of the company has whether directly or indirectly acted in the fraudulent manner or abated or collude any fraud by or in relation to the company or its directors or officers. It may by order direct the company to change its auditor. However, if the application is made by the central government and the tribunal is satisfied that any change of the auditor is required, it shall, within 15 days of receipt of such application, make an order that he shall not function as an auditor and the central government may appoint another auditor in his place. It may be noted that an auditor, whether an individual or firm, against whom a final order has been passed by the tribunal under this section, shall not be eligible to be appointed as an auditor of any company for a period of 5 years. From the date of passing the order, and the auditor shall also be liable for actions under section 447 of the same Act. It is hereby clarified that in the case of firm, the liability shall be of the firm and that of every partner who acted in the fraudulent manner or abated or colluded in any fraud by or in relation to the company or its director or officers. It is hereby clarified that in the case of firm, the liability shall be of the firm and that of every partner or partner who acted in the fraudulent manner or abated or colluded in any fraud by in relation to the company or its directors or officers. Okay, guys, understood? Yes, you understood. Next, we'll go to next question. That question, what is asking, we'll see now. The question number C. The question number C is talking about Mr. All-in-One Limited is a large-sized listed Indian company with a focus on design and delivery customs made information technology application for various business entities in India and abroad. The management want to know whether they are required to constitute risk management committee as per LODR 2015, and if so required, what should be its composition or advice? That's the question. See, for this answer is, my dear friend, you understood the question. The question is talking about Mr. All-in-One Limited is a large size listed Indian company which focus on design and delivery of customs made information technology applications for various business entities in India and abroad. The management wants to know whether they have a required to constitute risk management committee as per LODR 2015, and if so required, what should be the composition advice? This is the question, my dear friend. This question we need to answer like this. Constitution of the Risk Management Committee as per the regulation LODR 21, regulation 21 of LODR 2015, provision relating to constitution of risk management committee is applicable to top 100 listed entities determined on the basis of market capitalization as at the end of the immediate previous financial year. In the instant case, All in One Limited is a large sized listed company, listed Indian company with focus on design and delivery of customs made IT applications for various business entities in India and abroad. As per fact of the case, it is a large sized listed company, listed Indian company, assuming that it is included in top 100 listed entities. All in One Limited is required to constitute risk management committee. Composition of risk management committee. The board of directors shall constitute a risk management committee. The majority of the members of risk management committee shall consist of members of the board of directors. The chairperson of the risk management committee shall be a member of the board of directors, and senior executive of the listed entity may be member of the committee. The board of directors shall define the role and responsibility of the risk management committee and may delegate monitor and reviewing of the risk management plan to the committee and such other functions as it may deem fit. These procedures shall be periodically reviewed to ensure that executive management controls risk through means of properly defined framework. A majority of the committee will be members of the board of directors. Senior executives of the company may also be member of the committee, but the chairperson of the committee shall be a member of the board of directors. Guys, understood? Constitution of Risk Management Committee as per the regulation 21 of the LODR 2015, provision relating to constitution of the risk management committee is applicable to top 100 listed entities determined on the basis of the market capitalization as at the end of the immediate previous financial year. In the instant case, All in One Limited is a large size listed Indian company which focus on design and delivery of customs made IT applications for various business with the focus on design and delivery of the customs made IT applications for various business entities in India and abroad. As per fact of the case, it is a large size listed entity Indian company, assuming that it is included to top listed entities. All in One Limited is required to constitute risk management committee. The composition of the risk management committee. The board of directors shall constitute risk management committee. The majority of the members of the risk management committee shall consist of the members of the board of directors. The chairperson of the risk management committee shall be the member of the board of directors and senior executive of the listed entity as may be member of the committee. The board of directors shall be define the role and responsibility of the risk management committee and may delegate the monitoring and reviewing the risk management plan to the committee and such other functions as may be deemed fit. These procedures shall periodically review to ensure that executive management control risk through means properly defined framework. A majority of his committee will be the member of the board of directors, senior executives of the company, maybe also be member of the committee, but the chairperson of the committee shall be a member of the board of directors. This is what, my dear friend. Are you understood, my friend? Anybody have a doubt? Kindly call me and please comment and no, just chat me. I could understand your concern. Now, let's go back to the subject matter of next question. In the course of Audit Skip Bank Limited, you found that bank had sold certain of its non-performing assets. Draft the points of audit check that are very relevant to this checking area of checking. Sale of non-performing assets. In case of sale of NPA by bank, the auditor should examine the policy laid down by the board of directors. In this regard, relating to procedures, violation, and delegation of powers, that only such non-performing asset has been sold which has remained a non-performing asset in the books of the bank for at least 2 years. The assets have been sold, purchased without recourse only. Subsequent to the sale of the non-performing asset, the bank does not assume any legal, operational, or any other type of risk relating to solid NPA. Okay, the bank has not purchased an NPA which had originally sold. That on the sale of non-performing asset, the same has been removed from the books of the account. That the shortfall in the book's value has been charged to the profit and loss account. That where the sale that where the sale is for the value higher than the net book value, no profit is recognized and the excess provision has not been reversed but retained to meet the shortfall loss because sale because sale of other non-performing financial assets. Non-performing financial assets. See, that's the answer, my friend. You want to elaborate? I'm ready to elaborate. But time's up. Time up. 6:15 now. Within 10 minutes, we need to close this paper, this question paper, and mostly a few lines over there will complete. Sale of non-performing asset in case of NPA by bank, the auditor should examine the policy laid down in the board of directors in this regard relating to procedures, valuation and delegation of the powers, that only such non-performing asset has been sold which has remained NPA in the books of the bank for at least 2 years. The assets have been sold, purchased without recourse only. Subsequent to the sale of the NPA, the bank does not assume any legal, operational, or any other type of risk relating to the old sold NPAs. The NPA has been sold at cash basis only. The bank has not purchased an NPA which it had originally sold. That on the sale of NPA, the same has been removed from the books of account. That the shortfall in the book, the value has been charged to the profit and loss account. That what the sale for the value higher than the net book value, no profit is recognized, and the excess provision has not been reversed but retained to meet the shortfall loss because sale of other non-performing financial asset loss because sale of other non-performing financial assets. Okay, guys, next question. Never permit limited refuse to allow you to get direct confirmation of the outstanding balances trade receivable. You want to ensure on ground of materiality that at least outstanding above a threshold limit needs to be confirmed and reconciliation is to be carried out before finalizing the audit. If the company does not relent, how will you respond? So, question is this. To answer this, my dear friend, SA 505 speaks about external confirmation, establishes standards on the auditor use of external confirmation as a means of obtaining the audit evidence. If the management refused to allow the auditors to send a confirmation request, the auditor shall require as to management reasons for the refusal and seek audit evidence as to their validity and reasonableness. Evaluate the implications of management refusal on the reassessment auditor's assessment of the relevant risk of material misstatement, including the risk of fraud, and on the nature, timing, and extent of other audit procedures, and perform alternative audit procedures designed to obtain the relevant and reliable audit evidence. If the auditor concludes that management's refusal to allow the auditor to send a confirmation request is unreasonable or the auditor is unable to obtain relevant and reliable audit evidence from alternative audit procedures, the auditor shall communicate with those in charge of governance in accordance with the SA 260, communication with those charged with governance, and also determine its implication for the audit and his opinion in accordance with SA 705, modifications to the opinion in the independent auditor's report. Understood, friend? A refusal by management to allow the auditor send confirmation request is a limitation in the audit evidence. The auditor may wish to obtain. The auditor is therefore required to inquire to the reasons for the limitation. A common reason advanced is the existence a legal dispute or ongoing negotiations with the intended confirming party, the resolution of which may be affected by an untimely confirmation request. The auditor is required to seek audit evidence as to the validity and reasonableness of the reasons because of the risk that management may be attempting to deny the auditor access to audit evidence that may be relevant, that may be reveal fraud or error, that may be reveal fraud or error. Okay, guys, are you okay? What I'm telling? Next. Wow. A refusal by management to allow the auditor to send confirmation request is a limitation of the audit evidence. The auditor may wish to obtain the auditor wish to obtain the auditor is therefore required to inquire as to the reasons for the limitations of a common reasons advanced is the existence of the legal dispute or ongoing negotiation which the intended to confirming the party the resolution which may be affected by an untimely confirmation request, the auditor is required to seek audit evidence as to the validity and reasonableness of the reasons because of the risk that management may be attempting to deny the auditor access to audit evidence that may reveal fraud or error. Next, next question, my friend. Oh, huh. Light, light dull ஆயிடுச்சு. Why is there is no so much bright? I don't understand. Maybe light போயிடுச்சா? போயிடுச்சு. Is there light? But it seems to be a little bit dumb. I don't know why. Guys, thank you. దేవుడా 6:59 టైం. అయ్యో ఎప్పుడు కంప్లీట్ చేయాలి బాబు? ఈరోజు చిరంజీవి సార్ క్లాస్ ఉందా లేదా? ఉంటే చెప్తాడు. టుడే is 22. అబ్బా. Okay, let's proceed. Next, so this paper is completed, then we can move to next paper. That's our target. Maybe question number six is the last. Almost six questions will be there in question paper. This question is the last question. We will complete this and then we'll move to the next paper. Okay, guys, let's go. Bah. Take a break 5 minutes and then come back to the next video.